to be detached when they don't want to see themselves win or do what it takes to actually win, because that for a coach is a real big thing. There's some people who's winning, their potential or gifting is not even the same as the person who is not winning. And I told you guys before that a lot of people's frustration comes from their procrastination. You got to move when God says move. He's my greatest mentor. My greatest mentor is the Holy Spirit, period. End of story. Greatest mentor. It's the Holy Spirit. He teaches me how to trust. He teaches me how to lead. He teaches me how to love. He teaches me how to be patient. He teaches me how to move when he say move to not miss the mark. Some of y'all missing the mark. You moved, but you was too late, sis. You did it, but you did it once it made sense to your mind, and that was too late. He said, I need you to trust me and hand me over that little bitty teddy bear so that I can give you what's behind my back.
Guys, still got time to get your people on. Go and get some moms that are making money, that want to make money. We're going to get started in a couple of moments. Get your pens and papers ready. Tell a boss mom to tell a boss mom. 2 more minutes, guys, and we're going to get started.
Anybody still here?
I am. Who's gonna get this bag? No.
Okay, let me go ahead and stop this right there. That's my mentor. That's my amazing mompreneur. That's Dr. China Bethley, CEO of Rich University. Literally, I had to share that with you because, you know, that's what women empowerment is. That's bringing up the next one. When you've got something, when you've got a gem, you go ahead and you want to share it with the queens, with all the boss queens around you. And literally before I got on, I said, listen, let me bring this to the people. She went on, she got deep, and she said some real home truths. You know, a lot of people that they want to see change, but they're not really willing to do anything to get that change. And the truth of the matter is, you know, we as women, we're in Women's History Month. Happy Women's History Month. Happy Friday, first of all. Happy Residual Friday. And wherever my manners, those of you who may not know me, my name is Miss Moran UK, and I am here live in the not so sunny Manchester, UK. It's been quite cold today, in fact. And I am basically, I am here to show you some amazing boss mums, some amazing mums. They say follow the money, right? Well, today you're going to be following the mummies who are making the money from all different corners of the earth. We're talking women who are winning worldwide. So this is going to be an interactive conversation. This is definitely going to be something where you want to have pens at the ready. And by the end of this, you're going to really have some decisions. That let's go ahead and stop this right there. So the first thing that you're going to do, like I said, engagement. High engagement is key, guys. Your money goes where your energy goes. So if you're on this call right now, how we interact, you can locate the chat. Locate the chat on the Zoom. It should be wherever it says chat in the bottom corner, somewhere on that bottom corner at the bottom, right? And what you're going to do, if you agree, you're going to drop ones. If you know you like something, you're going to basically communicate in the chat. So the first thing, pull out your phones. Pull out the phone. Maybe you're watching me on the phone right now. You're about to download the keys. You're about to download the access. Access to what? Well, you'll definitely find out. Just trust me. So this is a free download. So if you're on a Android, I'm so dusty, I don't even know what they are. No, I'm only joking. If you're on an Android, you're going to go ahead and go to your Google Play. And if you're on an iPhone, you're going to go to the App Store and follow these very simple instructions.
Access your App Store from your smartphone device. Locate the search area, and in the search space, type MetaTrader 4. as you can see on your screen. Once found, click on the icon near to the top of the screen, alike to the one you see here. Commence the download as you normally would, and once complete, go ahead and click Open. Great, you have successfully downloaded MetaTrader 4. Let's get ready to trade.
Let's get ready to get paid. Somebody drop ones in the chat. If you came to hear about some money, like, let's just cut to the chase. Like, let's not get it twisted. Let's not hang about, stand and stare. This is winning season, not watching season. So what I want you to do, first of all, one of my amazing Rich UK family members, just go ahead and write MetaTrader 4 in the chat so people can see how that is spelled. And once you have that, have that ready, all my amazing guests on the line, I want you to drop 444 in the chat. Where you have MetaTrader 4, drop 444 in the chat. Now, why is this an important conversation we're having today? We're talking about mums, right? We said that it's Women Making History Month. Here you see some beautiful, amazing, famous mothers. And the truth is a lot of the time, you can only go to what you're being exposed to. You can only go to what you've been exposed to. And a lot of our first exposure, well, it starts at home. You know, mothers are the leaders of the family. They are the nurturers. They are the ones that are teaching the children. And you say, train a child in the way, you know, it should go, and they shall never depart of it. But a lot of the time we find ourselves training our children in a system that isn't even working for us. It didn't even work for our mums. So we're just passing down lack. You know, we're just passing down insecurities. We're just passing down the struggle. Like, can I get an amen? So today, crop failure, it has to stop here. You know, nothing changes if nothing changes. You know, the stats are sad. You know, the stats are very sad. Before I even show you the stats, I want to show you a very different story, something that we see inside our rich university community. You see, rich is royalty, inspirational, courageous, and humble. We believe that we have been called for greater. We believe that we are in the greatest wealth transfer of our time. And I want to kind of show you a little better than I can tell you. Are you guys down for that? I'm a very visual person. You know, the talk is great, but I want to see, I want to smell, and I want to touch. Let me see if I can get you some results, because here at Rich University, we stand on 3 very solid pillars: relationships, results, and residuals. And there's a lot of winning going on right now. You know, drop flames in the chat, my Rich U family. If you are enjoying March Money Madness, there you go. You don't have to scroll too far until you see some money, let me tell you. Let's see if I can get this up so you can see, and you guys are going to have the opportunity to actually really see what I'm talking about. So, you know, just hold tight. Every time you see blue numbers, that's money. You're seeing $49.79. You're seeing a balance of 3,000. You're seeing 402 in total there for that day. Who's about making $400 in one day? Like, who wants that to be their testimony? $800 in a day from free trades, $2,000 accounts. Why is this exciting, guys? Because right now we're in the middle of a game. We're all playing together, each one teach one, supporting each other, doing a crypto 200 challenge. And I'm going to tell you a bit more about that. All you need to know is that $200, you get started, and every single balance that you're seeing here, this is one trade over 1,000. Guys, it started from a $200 account. Phenomenal, right? But why is this not everybody's story? Why is this something that right now is probably taking you by surprise? It probably sounds like a little bit, okay, it sounds good, but that ain't real. You know, that can't be a reality. The truth is, this is why. Because the reality for most women is that we're living below the breadline, is that out of the whole entire world, we are the one that find ourselves the highest in the poverty statistics. In the United States alone, 38.1 million women are currently struggling, living in poverty. And the coronavirus has not made that any easier. You see, our counterparts, our men, their poverty numbers are declining, and ours are either staying the same in some countries or increasing. And you guys know, you women know, you mothers know that when you empower a woman, you empower a whole family, you empower a nation. So if the mothers, you know, don't have, then that's babies that don't have. That's babies that are going hungry. That's babies that are also living in poverty. Tragic, absolutely tragic. Here in the UK, you know, we know that a very good indicator, poverty indicator, is if you have to go to a food bank to feed your children, to feed your household. And in this time, in this last pandemic season, food banks are on the rise. And the biggest customers, the biggest people who visit food banks are mothers that need to feed their children. Guys, this is so tragic. But what I want to do first and foremost is bring some amazing mothers to the line. Some mothers that have found a way to, you know, make a difference. Some mothers that were tired of Peter and Paul robbing each of them every single month. Some mothers that today are taking advantage of impact, residually earning very, very well. The first mother I want to bring to you, we have to start at home, right? We have to go back to the beginning, because there would not be a Miss Maren UK if it was not for a Miss Joanna UK. So mum, mother dearest, Miss Joanna UK, are you out there? Miss Joanna UK, we can see you on the phone. Hey, go ahead and unmute for us. Oh, we can't.
Hey,
oh, wait.
sorry.
There we go. Awesome. You see, mother's on a mission. Mums are probably the most professional multitaskers in the world, right? How you doing, mum? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Residual Friday.
Yeah, we're going to find out what that means in a moment, because I know that's definitely something that has become normal part of your vocabulary in the last year. Really quickly, Mum, I just want you to kind of tell the people out there who you are, what you did before now, and how you basically said yes to being rich.
Okay. Well, for most people who know me, I'm a school teacher. I've been teaching for over 20 years. And let me just let this person in.
Don't worry about that. We got you.
Yeah, I've been teaching for over 20 years. But last January, my daughter, as you can see, Miss UK, she told me of something that made me think. I was interested, and I actually enrolled to this academy. But to be honest, I was so busy teaching, I didn't have the time to really apply, have a look at it really to see, to see whether it could work for me or not. Come the February, a few weeks later, we were invited to see the CEO of the company, Dr. China Bethany and Logic Mix, who flew to London for one of the conferences. And at that time, I've not seen them for nearly 10 years. I thought, let me go and see them and just thank them, because they've done a lot for me and for the family and my daughter over the years. So we drove down, me and my husband. We went to the conference. Wow. The conference was life-changing, because we saw, young men, young women, half our age, earning money, £10,000 a month, £20,000 a month, 30,000. It was just ridiculous. And I'm thinking, what these bits of kids, what are they talking about? Really? And my husband, he was vexed. I don't know if you know what vex means. He's like, nah, look at all the bits of kids just jumping on the stage. What for? For what? What are they doing?
And how did that compare, just so we can stay concise? How did that compare to your, life as a teacher, and how was your career at that? What happened after that, as far as the current climate and that we're in?
Well, after that, as you do know, March, the lockdown happened. So obviously I was locked out of school, locked out of church, locked out of shopping. Oh my God, there was nothing to do. I was locked out of my life. So I had to focus on this academy that my daughter was rambling on about for 4 years. 4 years she was talking about this. And I got plugged in. I looked at the education, and the education was simple. It was in a format that I could understand. Being from an educational background, it compares quite well, because it's given to us in video formats, and you can have these little tests that you can test yourself over and over again. It's quite good. It's good the way they do it, because you can read and you can watch the videos, and then you can apply. When I say apply, I mean you can apply the technique. You can go onto what we call Get Paid TV, which is Go Live TV, and you can watch all the live teachers, the live educators, which I could relate to. There's what I feel.
So I'm just showing everybody on the screen what you're talking about. This is the #1 digital academy globally, Forbes approved, being on the Forbes list, the only one of its kind twice. The academies are right here. This is our FRX Academy, HFX Academy, DCX Academy, and our e-commerce academy. They just sound like letters right now, but I'm just, everything that you're saying, Mrs. J, I'm just going through it right here, right now. I want you to tell us a little bit about, say again?
The Forex was where I started, the Forex Academy.
Right. And that's this guy. This is basically gives you access to on-demand learning. So as you can see, there's a full curriculum. Like Mr. J said, she's a school teacher, right? So she's not a stranger to curriculum, but she said something a little bit different. So first of all, yes, you will go through, you'll be able to watch videos that are really short and sweet. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to go into depth today and show them. I'll just kind of break them down. So as you can see, the first one, it quite simply says, what is Forex? And it keeps going. It gives you the history of Forex. It lets you know what is actually happening in this thing called Forex. Like, for you guys who don't know, Forex is simply an acronym that stands for something. Anybody know what Forex stands for?
Is it
A lot of people are.
For your ex?
Is it what, sorry?
For your ex-lover.
Absolutely not for your ex. This is not that type of call, guys. Don't worry, don't hang up, don't think that, oh my God, them again. It's not even for XL like a man's t-shirt. It simply stands for foreign exchange. Foreign exchange. That's where all the money in the market lives, right? So every single time someone money is exchanged, someone gets paid. The difference is you get to learn how that somebody can be you. Now, why is this new? I want to just have a quick teaching conversation because, Mom, you said that you're from school, and out of everything that we've learned in school, you might have several master's degrees. Some people got more degrees than a thermometer and still haven't worked out how to multiply their wealth, right? They've got them in frames and still can't put food in the fridge. Master's degrees, PhDs. That's criminal. To me, that sounds like a whole scam, right? That sounds like a whole setup for failure. But I'm just going to bring up something real quick, Mum, as you can kind of tell me why you think, the school system isn't teaching us, this vital information that you were able to kind of grasp in the academy in a very simple way. Tell us why you think that is.
Well, to be honest, I think the system is geared up to have, the people on the right side of money, which are the elite, the people who, the royals or whoever, people, and then you've got the people on the other side, the left-hand side of the quadrant, which are the workers, the employees, and some of the self-employed, which really work hard for a living, but don't really get a chance to enjoy their money, So,
right.
Yeah.
You always told me that if I was going to just settle at having a job, that JOB stood for just above broke, right? So very early on, I always wanted to have a career. I always wanted to be career driven, because the truth of the matter is you can only make decisions based on the information you have access to. So our children, ourselves, shout out to all my Trinity High School massive, right? I went to public school. 75% of the world's population go public school. Maybe you had a little bit of a better education and you went to private school. That means that we were basically taught how to live on the left. What's the left? The left is where 95% of the people are sharing 5% of the wealth. Those odds are crazy. So you've got all your doctors, your lawyers, they're self-employed. If they don't go to work, they don't get paid. If they don't go to court, there's no, the lawyer isn't getting no checks being cut. If you're not turning up to the surgery as a doctor, well, there goes your money, right? So what happens is that these people end up being quite time poor. They don't have a lot of time to enjoy it. Shout out to all my professional working boss mums right now. Some of you, especially our NHS heroes, on the front line, putting your whole family at jeopardy to get half a check, to get 5% of the world's wealth. Where over here, we can see some very different odds. You've got business owners, you've got people who are investors. This is Women's Making History Month, and we really want to show women who are investing, women like my dear amazing mother, Miss Joanna UK, mothers like Dr. China Bethley, who you saw at the beginning of this call. And the truth is that's what we provide here at Richie. We provide you the access to an elite level of education and information like the elites have had for years. Do you think that Prince Charles is passing down information to his baby George, his grandson, on how to work for a living, on how to fill out application forms? Do you think that's ever going to be a reality to him? No. You see, he's going to have equity positions, trading accounts in his name, things like e-commerce that mean nothing to you. Every single time somebody goes online and makes an online purchase, they're things that they benefit off, profit sharing. So I just kind of want to move ahead into this conversation a little bit further, because we've got a lot to get through, a lot to show you, and we've got some tools and some exciting things. So as we go to our next amazing special guest and I show you a little bit more about exactly what we're doing, exactly what we're doing and who's doing it, like who's playing in this market. We have an amazing boss mum, a mum that isn't new to investments, a mum that isn't new to entrepreneurship. She's definitely, our Bitcoin billionaire in this community. She's been on Bitcoin since 2017 when nobody even knew what a Bitcoin was. Maybe you still don't know what a Bitcoin was. Maybe I've gone way ahead of myself. So let me just stop the share and see if Queen Angel, do we have Queen Angel out there on the line? Let me see if I can find you. Hopefully you should be able to unmute, Queen.
Okay,
there we go.
Hey,
How are you doing?
Hi.
Oh, you're on your way home. You see,
Yes,
Mother's
we are
on a
indeed.
mission.
Oh, Mum's on the run, hey. Mum's on the run.
You
well,
would tell us literally, like, what's happening? Like, where are you? What's your background? What is it that you do? And how did you get here? How did you decide to be rich?
Angel, we can't hear you.
I love it.
Oh, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. You're on the train.
It's very, so as I said,
Angel, I'm not sure if you have the ability to get a better connection. I know you're on the train, so
gold right now. So yes, that's doing really well.
Oh,
Can you
there
hear me?
you go. Yes, come. It's better now.
Okay,
Go ahead.
lovely. Yes, as I was saying, since I've been in this space, it's actually just I've had a 360-degree turnaround in how I manage and how I invest my money, which is very important, guys, because there's a lot of the times that we waste it, buying expensive designer wear, still in your cupboard.
Oh, she's gone again.
No worries, you're going now, Angel.
2 years ago. And then, can you hear
Sorry
me?
about that. Yeah, it's a little bit in and out, but what I basically heard, and that's a very important conversation, especially as women, right? We like to spend our money. We got taught how to spend our money very well, how to build economies, except our own really well, right? Now, how are those Louboutins, those Louis V's working for you all through a lockdown situation where you're locked in? Now you're just getting dressed up for Instagram. Those things are sat in the wardrobe and they're not giving you any equity. They're not putting any money in your bank account. So yeah, go ahead.
I just thank Lady J, who invited me on into this privy space. Was so privileged and I'm so privileged and honoured. I've met so many people who have the same dreams and aspirations, and small size dreams can come true. And this is definitely the space where dreams can happen for people like me and you. Whether no matter what your age, young, middle age, old, it's for everybody.
Wow, amazing! And just let us know really quickly, Angel, because
the mentors.
You recently had an experience with gold. I know that prior to this, you have invested in some Bitcoin. You can tell us quickly about that and what happened. But how come into this space, even though you knew more than most, you were still able to start at ground zero, and now you found yourself in a very luxurious and profitable relationship with gold.
Absolutely. Wow. Yes. So I became a Bitcoin investor in 2017. So I'll just cut the story. As we know, it rose and then it went flat. But I had that tiny little belief. I didn't empty out my account. Most people did. 80% of us, we all ran, says, oh no. So because I was on this, was able to plug in again and look at my Bitcoin wallet, I couldn't believe. I thought, what the Bitcoin's going on? Do you know what I mean? So that little amount that I left, do you know what I mean, grew into like, let's say three figures. So do you know what I mean? So so I can't.
Angel, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna reiterate because the line is really, really bad.
Right,
And
okay.
I want us to be able to press on. But basically what she's talking about, but what is she talking about? What is Bitcoin, first of all? Most of us may have heard of it. You know, today there's a lot of social proof, and she's been invested in this since 2017. And you thought it just popped up when, you know, Elon Musk dropped 1.5 bill on it, like, you know, a couple of weeks ago. You had no idea that Bitcoin, the first digital currency of its kind, a cryptocurrency, it's 11 years old. And 11 years ago, the world was very different. The world wasn't as digital as it is today. Think about it. 11 years ago, you could go to your local Blockbuster. What the heck is Blockbuster? For those who are my Gen Zs and millennials, you know, you're probably looking at me like a whole dinosaur. Once upon a time when we wanted to watch films, you would go to the video shop. Who's still got a VCR? Drop V's in the chat if you remember the VCR, having to stop and rewind, right? Having to, you know, just only watch one film at a time. In fact, I remember recording after recording on one videotape, right? But guess what? All of a sudden, nobody wrote you a letter. Nobody sent you a telegram or email to let you know that, hey, hi, Netflix. So now your DVD collection, your VCR collection, collecting dust. No one cares, okay? Now you have to go and resubscribe to a digital platform in order for you to enjoy your film. So congratulations, the future of film has gone digital. Think about the same thing when it comes to your music. Who remembers HMV? I used to go HMV after school every day. I used to buy Mary J. Blige albums, So Solid albums, like TLC albums. I used to take that little booklet out. I used to flick through it. But guess what? Where are they now? If I want to go to HMV right now, I literally don't have that choice. I have to download my music. I have to go to iTunes. I have to go to Spotify. So right now, when we're talking about the future of your money being digital, you might think, well, what's the point? Like, why do I need Bitcoin? Why do I need cryptocurrency? Well, you can say, well, why do you need, you know, why can't you use your Walkman? You still might be listening to your Walkman. How's that going for you? That 8-track tape must be well chewed up by now. That's how you're looking right now without no Bitcoin. You're looking like a whole 8-track tape in the Spotify world. So let me just give you a quick education. As Queen Angel said, she's been invested since 2017. When she was invested, Bitcoin was worth just under 1,000. In fact, when it came to the markets all those years ago, one Bitcoin was worth less than a penny, guys. Less than 1 pence. Worthless. Worthless. Like I said, we were still doing 8-track tapes. No one cared about digital stuff. Now, fast forward, to today, as you can see on the screen, one Bitcoin. Let's go, bull run. Let me tell you, it's about to be a very good weekend. If you don't get some free game, if you don't take away any free game, go ahead, get yourself a wallet and buy yourself some Bitcoin. And I'm going to tell you exactly, you know, where you can start at, because you're looking at one Bitcoin today being worth $58,797.40 for one coin that was a penny. Imagine if you bought it at a penny right now, how much equity you would have. Just think about that for a moment. You see, when Angel invested, it was less than 1,000. So you can only imagine the equity increase. I'll even talk about somebody else in our community. Hold tight, our rich sister, Michelle in New York City, who invested in Bitcoin when it was 10 cents. She put $10 in when it was 10 cents. And because when Bitcoin goes up, so does your money. So does your money. So when it got to $24,000 in December, which was a big deal, that was an all-time high. Anybody guess how much money was in her wallet? And I'm just going to let you figure it out while I kind of flick through this. I'll put you out of your misery. By the time she opened her wallet 10 years later from a 10 cents investment, guys, she had 2.8 mil sat in her wallet for doing apparently nothing. Apparently she did nothing. She lost the keys. She wasn't even thinking about Bitcoin. She was skeptical. She's like, why am I going to even put my money in something I don't touch? A friend that told her to do it, he said put $100 like he did. He's up in Dubai right now. Like, he's got hundreds of mils in the bank. She said, you know what, just to get this guy off my back, let me just borrow a skeptical $10. You know, she didn't have to remortgage the house to put $10 in Bitcoin. She didn't have to go hungry to put $10 in Bitcoin. She forgot she even did that. But then fast forward to today, when you're seeing it all over your timeline, she thought, well, let me go and check on that Bitcoin. Had to go through a whole process of getting her keys back to get in. And look, right now, she's even tripled her investment since then. And when it was 24K, she had 2.8 mil. It's 57K today. That's more than, that's just over doubled. So just imagine, you know, the kind of number she's looking at. So think about what you're doing with your money. You're putting your money in the bank, right? Do you know that your banks rather, let's look at Citibank. You know, these are the people that you trust, yeah? This is where you put your money, your hard-earned money that you have to rob Peter to pay Paul with, right? That you have to make ends meet with. You put it in the bank. Why? Why do you trust the bank? Because they told you to. That's what they told you. So the information that you have, the decisions that you make, that's what it's based on. You can only do as much as your knowledge, right? That's why sometimes you have to borrow OPI, other people's ideas. You have to connect yourself to a wealth circle so you can make better decisions from people who are getting better results. Straight like that. So Citibank right here, you can see that their analysts have already said that Bitcoin is sure to surpass 300,000 by December. Guys, when they said this, Bitcoin was 17K. Today, Bitcoin's almost 60K. By the end of the weekend, I'm guaranteed that. Why do I know that it will be 62K? Well, because we have experts that send messages directly to our phone inside this academy, where we're able to benefit more than one way of Bitcoin. So I'm literally sat in a trade right now. I don't even know if I can show you guys this real quick. Yeah, that's some of my Bitcoins right now. That's not the Bitcoin I'm saving like in the bank account. The light won't let me be great. But as you can see there, this Bitcoin, 10 cents worth of Bitcoin, has got me $1,557 in profit. In fact, this whole account currently at 8,200 started 4 weeks ago as a $200 account. So what is happening here? What is actually happening here? Because we're used to getting 0.0000001% interest, right? When it comes to our money, and our banks are the ones that are heavily invested in this stuff. So let's have a go. Let's show you. Who wants to share their screen so we can actually put that MetaTrader 4 to work so you can see for yourself? You've got a lot of information already. You know, you've heard a lot of testimonies. Now you're thinking, okay, like, you know, what in the codswallop is she talking about? So let's put it to the test. I don't know, Miss Joanna UK, if you want to share your screen real quick before we bring up our next guest. Are you able to share your phone screen?
Yeah, hang on.
Let us know if you're able to bring up an account suitable. So what you guys are going to do right now, so just sort that out on the back end. If I share mine, it tends to not me off. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Right? Oh gosh, can you guys hear me? I don't know if you guys could hear me all that time. At least I'm still connected. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Drop ones in the chat if you can hear me. Oh, there you go. You're sharing your screen.
I can hear you.
Okie dokie. Okay, I was just going to share my screen. Okay, guys, so what I want you to do, I want you to pull up that MetaTrader 4. MetaTrader 4, that is the app that you downloaded at the very beginning. So if you just go back to the main screen, oh, well, okay, so what you guys want to do, what you probably shouldn't be sharing all your information like this. So I'm going to help you to stop the share. Well, okay, go to the quote screen. You always try and do this without the share just for security. So what you guys want to do, is you want to pull up that MetaTrader 4. MetaTrader 4, okay? Now, when you do that, you will see a screen like this. Just stay at the top for us. Just stay at the top. Brilliant. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to show you how simple it is to profit in a market like this. If you know your ABCs, 1, 2, 3 shapes and colors, then guys, that's actually enough information to profit. I know. They told us that we had to pay $10,000 a year to get a degree and all this complicated stuff, calculus and all this stuff to make an extra 30 grand on our job. I'm about to show you how you can have access to $6.7 trillion every single day in where the money reside. This is where all the money in the world lives, guys. So what you want to do is where you see EURUSD, I want you to tap that. Okay, so letters, I said ABC, so you've done a great job. On an Android, you see it says new order. If you're on an iPhone, it will say trade. Go ahead and click on trade or new order, okay? So that will now bring you to another screen. Now there are two buttons. If you have an iPhone, it will be bright red and it will say sell. If it's next to it was bright blue and it says buy, okay, shapes and colors. You can see here it says buy and sell at the bottom, okay, on an Android. So there's two things that you can do in this market. You can buy or you can sell. That's simple. 50-50 chance of getting it right or wrong. So just for simplicity's sake, we just want to push the button. We just want to see what happens. So go ahead and hit buy. Blue button buy, hit buy, B-U-Y, buy, and straight like that, you are in the largest financial market in the world. You are doing what the Billionaires Club do. You are rolling with the big boys now and the big girls. Shout out to all our mums making money. You can see that your EUR USD right now, it's moving, guys. Why is it moving? Because that's what happens. Money is currency. It flows, it moves up, it moves down. And each time it does that, there's somebody that is able to profit. Now you are one of them. Welcome to the top 5%. But what now? Like, what now? You made it in, but what happens next? You see, this is the beauty of it. You see, you're used to working for your money, but now your money is working for you. So you tell it what to do. You tell it when you're ready to cash out. You tell it when you're ready for a pay rise. So the same way we got in is the same way we're going to get out. So go ahead and tap EUR USD. EUR USD. Let's put our money on break, right? Let's end the shift. So go ahead and hit close order, because you want to close, and if you're on an iPhone, it will just say close. There'll be an orange banner across your screen or at the bottom like it is on the Android, and it will say either close with profit or close with loss. And when you decide that you've made enough, whatever your daily goals are, we have a 10% a day trading plan. We have all the tools and resources that show you this, guys. Once you go ahead and hit that button, go ahead and just push the button. Just push the button.
Close it.
Yes, and just like that, you are out. You've just entered and exited your first trade, guys. You are a trader. Congratulations. Amazing. Guess what? Look how easy that was. You've got a knucklehead nephew upstairs playing PlayStation, Call of Duty, Call of Fruity. And all this time he could have been learning how to hit 2 buttons on his phone and make some money in this piece. Like, start paying his way. Like, you're trying to figure out what in the Candy Crush have I been doing? What in the scrolling through Facebook have I been doing, right? Yes, I told you. The money is online. If your business isn't online in 2021, you don't have no business. So that being said, as I will bring our next guest to the line, you see, there's a lot of different things that we have in this academy that help you do exactly what we just did. Because the truth of the matter is, I am not going to be the one ringing you, telling you when to buy, when to sell. Now, you admit that was easy, right? But you probably still don't know like what the Forex is happening. That's where the academy comes in, because they actually give you tools. They give you resources. Just look at this one, okay? $1 million banking software called Harmonic Scanner. You can see that it's giving you an average of 200 trades a week. So 200 times a week is telling you what to buy, when to buy it, you know, or to sell it, and how much for. It's also letting you know that it's got 19 hours plus, and it even shows you educators, multiple 6, 7, and 8-figure earners. It lets you know where they are and, you know, be able to follow along with them as they make their money. You can too. And I have an amazing mother on the line next, our amazing Rich Eva, that has definitely been exploring this side of the academy. In fact, we spoke today and she let me know that she was about to get on a Kurt Cobain session. So I definitely want to bring her to the floor. You know, I know a lot of people have different family dynamics. So let's hear a little bit about her story. Rich Eva, are you out there?
Hello. I'm here.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing? Let me see, if I can find you.
Can you
amazing, amazing. Tell us a little. There you go. Yeah, I can hear you. I was trying to find you. I found you now. How are you doing this happy Friday?
I'm very good, thank you. Can you hear me?
Tell us a little bit, Yvette. Like, how long have you been? Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Okay, great. We've got a bit of a delay. So let us know a little bit about yourself. Let us know like what it is that you do, a little bit about your family dynamic, and, you know, as a mother, why you said, you know, yes to being rich.
Right. So I work at the courts. I'm also a foster mum. And I said yes to this because one of my son's friends was saying, oh, I'm just going to a meeting. And this was when lockdown wasn't so harsh. And I was saving up to learn how to invest. And I said, oh, I'm interested in that. I said, I'm interested in investing. I'm interested in... And she says that. So I said, when you get back from that meeting, let me know how it goes. So she came back from the meeting and I literally signed up when she did. Because I know that it works. I already knew. And then I got on to see Joanne. Well, I saw you first, actually. And I was like, I know her.
How do you know? How do you know, Joanne?
From church. I've known her since I've been 13.
Since when?
I've been 13.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I started coming to church.
What was that? What year?
Oh gosh, what year was that? Rubbish.
Oh,
I just know that I was
okay.
I was 13 and I started coming to church, and then got to meet your mum, got to meet
Sister
you.
Bell and Brother Bell.
Yeah.
Shout out to Andrea. I know you're out there, Andrea.
Yeah. I used in a little secret.
Background. Hi, Andrea. I'm glad you made it on. Yeah. You okay?
Hi, Andrea.
Andrea's also a school teacher. Aren't you, Andrea? But unmute, Andrea, we can't hear you. Andrea, unmute.
She can't unmute. I think she's saying.
I don't know if you guys can hear me because it's logged me out on my phone. So can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Let me just turn up the volume. So tell us a little bit about your journey, Yvette. Tell us a little bit about, you know, since you've been rich and the things that you've discovered and how that's kind of helping you acquire wealth for your family.
So I came in, I was like a bit of a headless chicken when I came in because I'm quite busy, going to court, working there, coming home, doing all the things that mums do, helping with GCSEs. So then I was like, how am I going to slot this in? And then I thought, right, what makes, out of all of this, because there's so many things to choose from, what makes money the fastest? And then I thought, oh, it's the currency, the crypto. So I watched Curtis Cobain. I listened to you guys. I listened to Dr. China, the CEO of the company, and she was talking about, and Joanne, everyone kept talking about these wallets. I was going, what do you mean? What wallets? Where are the wallets? And then I found out where the wallets were. And I was like, oh, right, okay. So then Dr. China said, put your money in. So I put £20 in. I was a bit scared. And I didn't do it straight away. So Bitcoin at this point, this is December, Bitcoin was at 17,000. When I was just hearing about, I'd heard about Bitcoin, but not the full understanding of it. And so I put £20 in and I did it while I was at work and it doubled. And I was like, whoa, yeah. So I thought, oh, I should have put more in. So I put 100 in and that doubled and went over the double. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then there were people in the group, in the WhatsApp, in the Telegram group saying, oh, my money's just going up, sort of thing. And so I then spoke to some friends who were into investing, and one friend was going, oh, be careful, Bitcoin's very volatile, blah, blah, blah. Then the other friend was going, oh, I've heard about that. My friends couldn't get the money out, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't do it for a little while. I paused for a while. And then mid-January, I put 1,000 in. And I am over £1,000 in credit. Can everyone hear me? Can you not hear me, guys?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Andrea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
So, yeah, so I'm well over in credit. And I watched Curtis Cobain today. So it's not just Bitcoin. There are other cryptocurrencies that he talks about that are cheaper than Bitcoin, that are going to do what Bitcoin does. And he was saying Bitcoin's the grandfather of them all, really. So I've got my money in a few now. And that is, for me personally, I think that's the easiest way to go. they do teach you as well not to put don't put in what you can't afford to lose.
Right. So when
But that was my saving for to learn to invest anyway. So
right, so you're actually investing and you're trading the crypto.
And I'm trading the crypto as well. I've only made $200 because I really want to learn how to do the charts. And
Only? How much?
not brilliant. I know it
When
takes
if you put it in the bank, does your money make?
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. So if I had £1,000 in the bank in a year, I don't know what it would make. But I know it's not making, giving me a grand turnout from, because I put the money in mid-January. Yeah, I started.
What was it? We had Misha.
Yeah, Misha Townsend. She put £500 in a ISA, and for the whole year she got £6 something back. Now if that was in Bitcoin. Can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me now? I'm having some major technical challenges. I don't know why. My phone keeps losing connection. Let me turn up the laptop so you guys, hopefully you can hear. Drop ones in the chat if you can hear me. I'm just going to leave the meeting on the phone.
A bit choppy.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Nothing? Oh, Lord. Hello? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So what we have access to, guys, is a whole TV network, a TV network here where you're able in real time to tap into experts that this is what they do. They are multiple 6, 7, and 8 figure traders. You can see some of the mostly watched sessions of the week. You can see how many people are watching these sessions. It is Women's Month after all, and shout out to Millie Mills and Kimberly Torres, who are always top 5. You can see our HFX educator that is having over 25,000 views. Now I want to show you something what Yvette was talking about. So DCX, that's our Digital Currency Academy. That's where you're able to learn all about Bitcoin, all about Ethereum. You see, when Yvette come into the game, she didn't even know what those things meant. So Curtis Cobain, just one of our over 150 master educators, he is an expert in this, guys. You know, he is not new to this. He's definitely true to this. Every single coin that he's put us onto literally has not failed yet. And I'm going to one of his favorite sessions. Let me just turn it down a little bit.
All right.
Really loud. The great thing is,
all right, awesome.
The great thing is that we have options, guys. So you're able to really connect and learn from people, you know, who speak the same language as you in a way that you can understand. To me, I was really intimidated because I thought that it was going to be all, you know, total charts and graphs and, you know, old pasty crinklers that didn't speak like I speak, that weren't from where I was from. I'm trying to see if
playing this game on my computer and blah, blah, blah.
Let me just
people forgot about it, right? They didn't care about it. Now a lot of people are kicking themselves. Some of those people actually became, you know, overnight millionaires because of what Bitcoin did. But just knowing what we have right now and seeing what's going on with this currency, it's definitely an exciting place to be because we notice now we're getting closer and closer to that cap of 21 million. And
so what he does, he tells us exactly what's happening.
We're currently over 6,000 projects.
Like, what does this stuff mean? Why do I
into a stable coin and wait for a better entry, and then we'll get in at a later date.
When he's talking. Right? He'll even show you where to go and purchase it, where the best places are. You know, there's some coins, just like houses. If you buy a house, what we call a fixer-upper, you might buy a house for 50K, right? And then that house, maybe its market cap, its entire cap is maybe 80K. So you're not going to spend 50K fixing it up. You might spend 10K. What does that mean? That means that if you buy a house for 50K, spend 10K on it, then you can make 20K on the house. And he shows you how to do that with coins in a very, you know, short space of time. So much amazing wisdom, so much amazing knowledge. And he's just one of many, you know, that you're able to watch in your pajamas. We call it, you know, getting pipsy, which is how we count our money in our PJs. And there are so many. He's just one of over 150. So shout out to you, Yvette. You've just come such an amazing, you know, doing amazing strides in this space, just really just tapping into what it is that you have your hands on. And the beauty of it is that today, being connected to any of these amazing women, guys, you can have access to. for once you can have access, you can have a seat at the table where money is, you know, being discussed, where finances, where growth, you know, where investments are being discussed. When in the history of Black women has anybody invited you, Black mum, to come and talk about finances, to come and talk about, you know, where the money resides for real? And on that note, I know that there's a lot of, you know, people in this time, in this last year, it's definitely been a challenging year for a lot of people. You know, we've gone through a whole pandemic situation, and as a mother or a new mother that is in that scenario, it can be quite scary, right? You know, it can be really, really scary. You don't know what's around the corner. You know, gone are the days where maybe mom and everybody can come round and help you with the baby. What does that mean? It means all of a sudden that you're completely alone. All of a sudden, you know, you have to deal with a whole set of, you know, mental challenges. And shout out to all those COVID moms that are, oh, 1 second, let me just turn this down. I tell you what, low tech, high check. So let's get this down and let's get this muted. All right, as I bring on my next amazing special guest, because women are definitely winning worldwide. So, you know, there's no respect of persons, there's no respect of location, there's no respect of postcode. And this amazing game changer that is definitely changing the game, not just by name, but also in her nature. This is her debut, fresh postpartum. TAOYA, the game changer, my amazing wealth partner. Are you out there on the line?
Hey, Miss UK. How you beautiful ladies are doing?
Greetings and blessings, sis. How are you and that beautiful baby?
Man, we are well, man. Let me tell you guys, thank you so much for inviting me on your platform. I'm so excited to basically indirectly be in the UK. I came out there in London, a year something ago, my very first time, all Forex funded, not knowing a thing about this industry. And here I am, first time leaving the state. I wind up in London meeting the beautiful Maureen, and you guys, it's just been amazing. Let me tell you, y'all, God has truly been amazing to me. I just had a baby literally 5 weeks ago, and
wow,
I was, let me tell you, just so overwhelmed by everything. I'm blessed and honored to, you know, give birth and give life again, but I have a toddler and I also have a 20-year-old. So I started completely over, right? I was so overwhelmed being almost 40 years old with a newborn all over again. I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? And so with that being said, y'all, postpartum depression is real and it hit me from out of nowhere. I was just so excited to, you know, inspire women, encourage women, be in this space I knew nothing about. I joined this industry, a year and a half ago, you guys. I used to be in the medical field for over 20 years, investigating physicians for a living. It wasn't until I met Dr. China, who is my mentor, who invited me into this space. I thought I needed some type of bachelor's degree, financial degree, something dealing with this industry. I was like, oh no, I'm not that girl. I love numbers when it comes to counting my money. But if I have to do anything with reading charts and all of this, I'm not that chick for that. I'm too busy. You know, I'm a busy mom. I'm a wife. I don't have time for that. Little did I know when I stepped out of my fear and into faith, into unfamiliar territories, that I was going to be retired 6 months later from saying yes to something I knew nothing about. Let me tell you, if you're on this line and you're sitting here like, okay, this is over my head, this is not what I'm used to, get out of your own way, because God already had a ram in the bush for me waiting that I knew nothing about. A year and a half ago, I knew nothing about COVID was going to come hit and millions of Americans was going to be laid off from their job. A year and a half ago, I knew nothing that a lot of businesses were going to be forced to shut down. A year and a half ago, I didn't know that we were headed into another recession. A year and a half ago, I didn't know that I was going to be pregnant again. right? And so now I'm in a position to where I don't have to call into work, request short-term disability, rush back to work. No, I'm on the line right now, breastfeeding my baby, making money because I'm in a trade, okay, still making money and being able to inspire other women saying, you know what, I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing. You know, I want to be transparent as possible. Going through postpartum depression was something dealing with my hormones, something that I could not understand because I'm the one that's always motivating, encouraging, inspiring women, right? And so this was unfamiliar to me to be crying every day. And I'm like, what is going on? And so my doctor had to tell me, this is nothing to be embarrassed about. This is all a part of the process. Okay, you're going to come out of this. And ladies, when I tell you to be in the space like this where I don't have to stress over how I'm going to pay my bills, where I don't have to stress over, okay, who's going to watch my kids because I have to hurry up and get back to work because they only gave me a certain amount of time to be off, where I don't have to stress about, okay, I need to take off to go to the doctor and I'm too depressed to do somebody's job and eventually probably get fired because I can no longer function because my hormones are out of whack, something that I have no control over, right? But no, I get to be home loving all my babies. I get to be home still making money. Don't have to care about whether my bills are being paid. Don't have to worry about whether I'm going to get fired from my job because I can't mentally function. But all I have to do is press numbers on my phone and life still goes on for me.
Let's go.
That is truly amazing. And God already had a plan because he knew this stuff was going to happen before it even transpired when I had not a clue of what's to happen. You see what I'm saying? So he already prepared me for what was preparing for me. So I'm here to tell you guys today that this opportunity has changed my life, not just in a way for me to pay my bills, but I was able to bring other women, other people, other moms that were single moms like I was once, other moms that say, you know what, I can't afford to miss a paycheck, so I got to continue to punch this clock. Other moms that are afraid to step out on faith and do something that they want to do because they feel like they're obligated to punch somebody's clock, making somebody else rich. I'm here to tell you, I dare you to step out in unfamiliar territories. I dare you to step out on faith. It's not about what you can depend on. It's about who you can depend on. And that's God. He is our source. These other things are our resources. So I'm here to speak life into you. If you have a vision, if you have a dream, mama, I'm here to tell you, we carry everything on our back. We carry the burdens of our families. We carry the burdens of how this is going to get paid. We are the ones that's the rock in the family that keep everything flowing and going. And when we're not okay, then nothing around us is okay. So I'm here to tell you that it's okay for you to give yourself permission to stand up and rise. I beat postpartum depression. I beat going through having a C-section, not one time, but 3 times. I beat struggling, having to wipe myself with blood and pain and agony and still having to keep the house going. I beat all of that when the world tell me, you are not worthy of it. You need to stay in a place as a woman. Rise up, queen. The place for you to stand up in is the place that God created for you. That's the only place that you need to rise up in, not the place that society put on you, that your mouth is to be shut, that you are to be seen and not heard. That is not the place for you. The place for you is to rise against everything that we have already beat and overcame. And that's the strength of a woman that can still make this stuff look pretty, even when we have tears in our eyes. That can still make this stuff look pretty, even when we're struggling. That can still make this look pretty, even when we're tired, we're weak, and we are ready to throw in the towel, but we can't because the strength that God gave us naturally on the inside is to birth things. not only to birth children, but to birth out businesses, to birth out dreams, to birth out who God created us to be. And it was bigger than just wiping somebody's butt. It was bigger than just punching somebody's clock. It was bigger than just cooking a man some food, right? It's who God created us to be as women. And I'm here to encourage you that if I can do it, so can you. This amazing opportunity, guys, not only blessing me financially, to where all I have to do is copy and paste a trade that the educators give us, an industry I knew nothing about, but I was able to hit a rank called Platinum 5,000. And what that means is I get a residual income. Today is Residual Friday. Y'all, I ain't touched nobody clocking over a year. And when I tell you I get paid additional $5,000 a month on top of what I make trading, I was able to retire. Okay, making more money than I did in a 20-year career. I was able to purchase a brand new home, a brand new Mercedes-Benz. And guess what? That Mercedes-Benz is a tax write-off. Hello, and it ain't illegal, right?
Come on.
So you cannot tell me.
Rich problems.
You cannot tell me what God does not have prepared for you. And all it takes is one yes to step out on faith. I'm not going to hold you any longer and bore you with my little mommy stories, but I'm going to pass it back over to you, Miss UK, my rich sister. I love you so much, and I hope I inspire somebody to get out, get moving, and the first step is believing that you deserve better than what you currently have. Thank you.
Listen, girl, what? Like, sign me up. Somebody just put the collection plate down on that side. Like, somebody just put the collection plate in the front row. Listen, I'm saying, like, Toya, I'm so godly proud of you. You know, being in a space like this and seeing other women winning. I don't know about you, but I always want to see, especially women that look like me, whether I know them, whether I don't particularly like them. I just want to see them winning. If another woman's winning, that lets me know I can win too. If another woman's winning, I'm like, go ahead, sis, like, get yours. And to see how you've, risen in such a short space of time, literally meeting you, having the great pleasure of meeting you last year in London. Wow. And like, to see how far you've come and how far you've yet to go. And that you didn't just have the door open for you. You just didn't come to eat from the table. You also helped the door open for the next person, now impacting, well over, 100 families. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So I'm, like I said, sis, like, thank you again. I know you got a lot going on, and I know that this is like your unveiling, right? After that beautiful, amazing princess. So, I'm just so happy and grateful that you took the time just to come and share with us here in the UK today. So, Toya said some things, because the truth of the matter is, we as women, we're normally the decision makers in the household. We just make it look like it's the men, but we're really the brains behind the operation, right? So right now, what decisions are you making for your family? What decisions are you making that change the trajectory of your finances? Or are you still playing cat and mouse? Are you still chasing the money every single month when the sky bill is due, when the electric bill is due, when this bill and that bill? The truth of the matter is that you actually pay probably more in nursery fees, more in, for these bills and what it even takes to invest in yourself. So what does it take? What does it take? Like all education, we have to get access. You have to pay for what you pray for. You have to pay for what you pray for. And I just want to put this into perspective, because the truth of the matter is Bitcoin, digital assets, they're not going away. Okay. They're not going away. Do you own any? What do you have? Like, where is your where is your portion? Where is your ownership? Because as the world begins to change, we can already see what is being set up. You can see right on the screen, Harvard University have introductory courses to Bitcoin. This is somewhere where your children are most likely going to go, to learn this at a university, right? So you're going to pass down the same debt that you've passed down, that's been passed down to you, the same school fees and, student loans and Sally Mae, who you still owe, whether it is that you're working in that industry or not. they come back for theirs, and you think that's a great idea to keep passing on, you know, passing on that debt, right? That cycle. So a course like this, how much do you think these courses cost? So we have them at Cambridge, and we also have them at Oxford. In fact, Oxford is one of the more reasonable ones. Just to put this into perspective, okay? Just to put this into perspective. So you can see right here, this is one of the cheapest ones I found, $2,650, £50 rather. It's Oxford. You know, that's like the top of the food chain when we're talking about education, right? 7 to 10 hours a week you get in learning, online learning. See a pattern here? And it's a 6-week course. So you'll pay just over £2,500 to learn about, you know, financial, technical, online digital assets. So let's just show you how that compares. So really quickly, I showed you, let me see, just one of our tools, one of our products that gives you 19 hours a week. 19 hours a week. So it's already beating the amount of hours on one tool that you get at Oxford that, you know, people will happily pay, you know, a couple of thousand a term. And, you know, with school fees, you pay them all in advance. You know, you don't get to pay things in, you know, installments. You know that we like a layaway, right, ladies? You know, we like a payment plan. But no, you just go and acquire, you know, somebody's loan so that you can get that done. So what you're going to do, if you are a woman on a mission, you're a mom that's, you know, making moves, a mummy mogul out here trying to be a mompreneur, then you would have already asked the right question. You would have asked the person who invited you on this call today to send you the link. You would have said, I am ready. If that's you, if that's not, if you ain't done that now, then go ahead and get that done now, because what we're big on, we're definitely big on providing value. You know, we want to make sure that everybody gets their questions answered, but we want to take the next one with us. We're literally here to bring the next one forward. This is not a marathon. This is not even a sprint. This is a relay. So we're here to pass the baton to you, sis. So for all those who are ready to take the baton and run into your destiny, what does that require? So as you can see here, there are several different options. When you get the link, it's going to look like this. So I already showed you for a couple of grand, you get 6 weeks. And right here on the elite side of life, you guys actually get access to every single academy, our Forex Academy, our HFX Academy, our DCX Academy. That means you're able to make money in minutes. You're able to choose between doing cryptocurrency, Bitcoin trades, and all about your wallets and investments, flipping coins like houses. You know, you're able to be like Angel, you know, making money on gold, you know, making money on oil, trading the US dollar for what you just did for the euro, right? All those kind of things. You see, each of the single academies alone would cost you $235 one time. But you see, on the elite side of life, this is the reason why we go to Costco and the Asda, because wholesale is always better than retail. You can see we've got swipe coins. Shout out to the swipe coin trade. The trade I've shown you before with that was 1,500 up. We still in. We up and we stuck. Okay, we up and we stuck. All of these add-ons that you see, you saw Gold Cup, you saw Bounce Back Pivots. Add-on is just adding on more money to your bank balance. And you see that today you guys actually get a discount. Instead of paying over $1,000 for products, or almost $1,000 for all these amazing products, that's your access to the TV channel and the TV networks. That gets you access to the academy where you do your learning. That gives you access to the mentorship where people are taking you step by step through the process. Access to trading plans, access to our Rich Unite Club. I mean, the access levels are just on fleek right now. You know, shout out to Miss Joanna UK and Mr. A, who will be hosting our onboarding and orientation session in the morning. So you guys getting quick enough, we have a session tonight with Kurt Cobain on our crypto club, and tomorrow morning you guys get to be onboarded, get all your apps, all your money apps, so you can get those alerts to your phone, like everything. Just anyway, I digress. So you can see today, somebody say today, you can save yourself $659.36. So you would pay $325. That gets you in. Somebody say access. That's 240 quid, guys. Like, let's put that into perspective. That's $450 a day here in the UK. Okay, that's a bus ticket. Like, this is money that you're spending anyway. Like, I pay more for WeBond installations. Like, let's be real. For the bundles and someone to install it, that's just making me look cute so I can take good selfies. That ain't putting no money in my pocket. Right now, you're partnered with T-Mobile, you're partnered with the Sky Bill, watching Real Housewife of Ratchetness, Dead Enders, Color Rocker Nation. I don't know what you're watching, but I know that it ain't putting no money in your pocket. And right now it's Women's Making History Month. Like, what history is it that you're making? Like, what legacy is it that you're building? Because really, it's time that we've got to make some important decisions, because we're literally in what I call the greatest time to reinvent yourself, a time where the odds have changed, right? The world is being turned on its head. So they said that the last shall be first and the first shall be last. And I see a lot of opportunity for those who are at the back to come and quickly run to the front. Can I get an amen? So what you're able to do, Boss Queen, is stay connected. Somebody say stay connected. Stay connected to the source. So you're able to pay in installments, so you can have continued access to your education, to all the TV channels, to all the resources, the apps, the money alerts. And I could go on for $275 a month. That's just under 200 quid. You know, to me, I could stop right there, because I know having access, I understand value over cost. So an investor doesn't think how much are they going to spend, they think how much can this make me? Because when you go and you eat out and you drop $150 on food bill, you ain't thinking about how much money you're going to get back. You're just thinking that was a great meal, you know, and off you go. You know, when you're paying, this is more the nursery fees that people are paying out here. Like, you pay more for your kids' nursery for somebody to, you know, pay ABCs. And what are we investing in us? You know, it's time to rise, Queen. Like, it's for real, like, it's boss season. So I could end there, but the generosity of this academy, all education is not created equally. Tell me when the last time your university even gave you 1 month of paying back your student loans. Where here, inside the I Am Mastery Academy, partnered with Rich University, they actually give you a scholarship. Yes, a scholarship, and you qualify for this day one. This is the ability to bring the next one with you. This is being part of their mission of impact. So you right now might be on here with your girlfriend, your cousin, you know, maybe you brought your mom, and it is a mompreneur call after all. And if those two people they say that they want to learn with you, they want to make money from their phone with you, they want to have their Bitcoin investment double, triple up like Yvette says, you know, they want to have their gold moving on their phone, you know, they want to make money in minutes with HFX, whatever. They want to do that with you. To be honest, I don't really know how you could do something like this alone while you're watching everybody else at the bottom of the breadline suffering. I'm just saying. So what would happen is that, guys, in theory, you come in today, pay your $325, and never have to go in your pocket again, because you will have 2 active customers. That means that you have qualified for a scholarship. So I don't really know what more to say. Like, at this point, like, what are we doing? Like, it's time to make a decision, because nothing changes if nothing changes. You know, you're one rich decision away, you know, from your financial future, you know, or maybe not. You know, everybody's different. You know, you have to decide. Ultimately, it relies on you, because guess what? Bitcoin's going up regardless, no matter what you choose. Right now, we start at 57K. Go and do a Google search, you know, tomorrow, Saturday. I guarantee you that it will be at 62K. I know, because I've got a take profit level, you know, waiting to take me out of trade. You know, when you see Bitcoin at 100,000, like, what will you be thinking then? You know, when your children's children come to you and say, hey, Grandma, what did you do during the biggest pandemic of our time, where Bitcoin today is worth 1 mil, and you had the opportunity to get a piece of the pie when it was 57K? Like, what will you tell them? You know, will you be excited and say, yes, that's why we sit on these acres. That's why my picture is above the mantelpiece, right? That's why we have this $1 trillion enterprise. Will you be like, yay, I made the best decision ever. I'm so glad I didn't lean on my own understanding. Or are you going to be in procrastinationville, still figuring out whether you should pay Peter, whether you should pay Paul, right? Like, backing away like Homer Simpson into the bush. Oh my gosh, a decision. Oh my gosh, procrastination, doubt, like crop failure on that. So ultimately, guys, it's up to you. Like, I know what I'm doing, and I know that I will see all of those boss queens. I'll be the first one to welcome you inside the Rich University. Guys, get at the top, because it's way too crowded at the bottom, and I know that who run this. Hey, who? Come on, shoulders. Come on, ladies. Who run it? Hey, come on. 1, 2, 3. Who run the world? Hey, you get to run the world. You get to run the world.
Let's go. I'm so happy.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Residual Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Yvette. Happy Residual Friday. Denise. Who else is on? Happy Friday.